Good evening, everyone. How are we doing? Hello, hello. I say it's evening. Again, I say it's evening. But hello. How are we? It's new shed day. It could well be new shed day, Aaron. You are right. Good evening from where I am. Good evening. How is everyone doing? Mark Taylor. I have to say a special shout out to you, sir. Welcome to your first live stream, where you realise that the slickness of a video is not always replicated in real life. So I hope we're all well. I hope we're all having a good week. I have been away for a few days, hence the distinct lack of videos. In fact, I think Sunday and Bull's Gap was the last vid we did, and I got back last night, so straight into a live stream today. I have already recorded the new episode of the silage. It's going to be the silage trilogy now, because it got quite long when I was recording it yesterday, so I'm going to split it up into a couple of extra videos, but some interesting stuff coming with that as well. I can confirm that the auto drive in the Courseplay is all still running very smoothly, so that's all good. We'll drop the bale wrapper in there just for now. Now we've got a few things we need to do tonight. We are going to, it's already 7:30 in the evening, and if you remember in Sunday's episode we finished the vid just as we dumped all of the silage into the VGA, so there's a big payday coming from that at some point in the not too distant future, as in midnight. So we'll make sure we see that. Now, light is starting to fade here. What we've got planned tonight, if we can get through it all, Field 8 has been ploughed, so we want to, it needs lime. Let me just turn that off. Yes, so Field 8 is ploughed and ready to go. These guys down here, if I turn fertilisation off, don't need ploughing. That's great. I thought they might need ploughing. So we can go straight in and plant those, which is good. I'm going to separate them back into two fields. We're going to plant sunflowers in one, and we're going to plant barley in the other. And I think we might just, before it gets too dark, we might just spread a load of manure, he says as he reverses into his tanker. I said manure, I meant digestate. Although we could do manure, couldn't we? So we've got a lot of manure now. Let's do that, just for a change. Let's load up some of the manure from the cows, and we'll use it to spread on that field of corn that we're about to plant up at Field 8. So we'll do that straight away. So let's just roll over here. Open this cover. Oh, it was open already. Oops. Should have been able to see that. Slurry, 87,000 litres of slurry. Not seen it going in, but it's going in. So news today, yeah, we saw we've got multiple bale sizes actually. That's looking good, isn't it, for FS22? Excited about that. Looking forward to that. That could be very interesting. Tom Ford, good evening, good afternoon, good morning to you as well. Hope you're doing well. HDL, nice to see you back. How's things? Mills, how are you? Nice to see you again. And thank you very, very much for the super chat. Yes, finally Bull's Gap. Missed those streams. Well, it's great to have you back, Mills. It's great to have you back. Let's see if we can get this covered off before the end of the light for the day. It's starting to look a bit low down there, isn't it? Echo Kid, no news on animals yet for FS22. No news yet, but that might change very soon. That might change very soon indeed. Polycount Taz in the house, how you doing? Nice to see you. I'm not being rude, by the way. It's just too many of you to say hello to now. I'll be here for half an hour, so I'm taking a general hello to all of you. as you arrive. So appreciate you all joining. 53 in already, which is not bad for 10 minutes in. Usually ticks up a little bit. Large announcement potentially on Friday, yes. I did say a month ago that we'd maybe see something on the 22nd of October, didn't I? So let's see if they come. We still haven't heard anything, to Echo Kid's point, anything much about animals. Like I said, that might change very soon. And we don't know anything about the new auto drive, or whatever you call it, the new helper, enhanced helper AI stuff that we've seen now for a few months. Well, ever since the trailer came out, there's been a lot of speculation about what's happening with that. So that's going to be interesting to see. Right, here we go. Let's get the slurry spread as quickly as we can. This can be our last little task of the day before we lose all the light. Polycount's on night shift. Unlucky, mate. I'm doing well, thank you very much. I've had a few days off, so I feel like I'm pretty recharged, actually. Kind of the last month run in to launch of FS22, right? It's going to be good. It's going to be good. Got a few interesting things coming this week, actually. Got another map review, a new map coming out. I'll not tell you who it's from, you can wait and see, but it's, I think, quite a nice one. Something to keep you amused for the last month or so before FS22 comes out, definitely. And we've got the second part of the silage, the mega silage, the automated silage series as well, so I'm thoroughly enjoying that. It's probably testing the grey matter. The old brain is doing overtime trying to work out how we make that happen, but it's good fun. It is good fun indeed. So we'll stick with that. And yeah, then I think Args and I are talking about doing a live stream from West Texas on Saturday night. Or Sunday morning for him, of course, because he's a time traveller. But that'll be good fun as well. Taz is talking too much about mod projects and not doing enough. All in good time, Taz. I'm sure you will come out of... Are you sure you'll come out of your little hiatus waiting for FS22 with some killer mods? So... Sorry, my Siri's decided he wants to speak to me. Mike! That sprayer animation is intense. I think it's just the light shining through it. It is quite... it's quite... impactful, isn't it? Right, let's... anybody wants this mod, it's a lovely little mod actually. Picked it up from... I think it's in the mod hub. Little French tanker. Look at me, I'm off on one now. I can't see in the dark. I'm missing huge swathes of the field. Echo Kid, will I stop playing 19 and jump on to 22? You're going to play both. Do you know what? There's a load of things to consider there, Echo Kid. I think you can imagine for the first couple of weeks, right? It's going to take a while to discover new things and check out the maps and things like that. So I can see it being quite intense to start with. Then I think maybe after the first couple of weeks, it's going to be interesting to see how long how long before the mods start coming out, right? If we start to see mods being drip fed in the first kind of month, that might be interesting. Otherwise, we'll just have to wait and see. The light is so bad here. I'm going to leave that till the morning. I've just decided we need to fill up anyway. But what I'll do is I'll load this back up, and then we'll zip over to the BGA. We'll zip forward the time as fast as we can to midnight. Check it out there, and see how much money we make. And then we'll take it from there. Corey Miller, Iowa, Minnesota-based farmer here. Love your stuff, FSG. Hey Corey, nice to see you, man. So whereabouts are you? I take it you're very close to the border, or you farm in both states? Interesting. Love that part of the world. Love that part of the world. My dad farmed in Vernon Center in southern Minnesota for a few years. Right, let's get home. Keith, things across the pond are not bad at all. The weather was good in Scotland today. Had a lovely little trip to one of the Scottish islands over the weekend, and just hung out with the dog and the family. Got a decent rest. Drank some cracking whiskey. If Scott George is on, he'll be jealous. Oh, there we go. Just riding. Grew up in both states, originally from Waverley. Nice. Did you know the station in Edinburgh is called Waverley Station? There you go. DJ on wheels. Do I remember you? Of course I do. We thought you were Dijon wheels. The French version. Hamish, I was on Aaron, mate, and it was marvellous. Mark Taylor, yes, the white tractor is available in the mod hub. Just, I think this is the Field Boss. No, it's the Workhorse. Of course it is. It's always a different one. Right, let's park this next to the BGA. Robert, FS19 will come out on the 22nd, so I guess they'll launch it mid-morning. Or they'll launch at 9 AM German time. So for you guys, it'll be out when you all wake up. If you are US based, we guys have to wait for it. Right, let's turn that off. Right, PGA is empty. As I said, well, it has processed all the silage that's in there. So what we'll do, we'll turn the engine off. There we go. Yeah, Islay, nice destination. Yeah, Keith, been there. That's good whiskey from there. Definitely a good whiskey from there. Right. Let's skip. Let's zip forward to around about 11:30. In fact, we'll get our. So there we go. There's our horses. So we've got 4 horses now, charged £300 a day to look after them, basically because I'm lazy and I can't be bothered riding them. But the returns on them are so good that it's worth having a few of them. Although I do need oats, don't I? In fact, while that's ticking over, let's go back because it's about to roll over midnight. Okay, let's see what we get for this. Oh, 241,000 from that silage. That is a killer. Look at us, we just crept under 400,000. That's unbelievable. Well and truly the most we've ever had in the bank there. So we'll take that. Right, let's zip forward to the following morning. So there you go, guys. If you ever want to know how to make money quickly, it's silage. It's silage in the BGA. There we go, about 9:30 in the morning. We'll run at 5 times speed because it's raining. I can spread slurry in the rain. I think I'm okay with that. But we don't want to do much more. I am going to check how much TMR have I got. 43,000. We'll go and check the animals as well. Music Man, how are you doing? Nice to see you. Peter Clark as well. How are you? And Mark Simpson. How are you? Nice to see you. Let's just check what the animals are doing this morning. They do definitely need a clean out. We're doing alright for milk quantities as well. That's ticking up rather quickly, which is always good to see. Yeah, they definitely need a clean. And they probably need a feed as well. Oh yeah, they do. Look at that. They get through that really quick. And some straw. Okay, let's do a little bit of a focus on the cows for 10 minutes. Let's get that sorted before we go and spread the slurry. Hopefully by that time it might have stopped raining. It does look like it's not going to last for too long. This place has really grown since I was last able to get on a stream. Look at us. It's, yes, it's definitely grown quick, for sure. Right, I'm going to leave him hooked up to there. So we'll just move him out of the way and we'll get the food on the go for the cows. I'm not putting the slurry in there, although that is a good that's a good way of making money as well. In fact, what does the slurry look like if you jumped it in the BGA? For the silage, we know it's kind of really worthwhile. Where are we there? $400 per 1,000 litres in there, which is good. Slurry only $159, but manure is good as well, $400 for that. So, again, if you've got cows on your farm and you've got a lot of manure to get rid of, go and dump it in the BGA. Oh, because he bet 220. He was not far off, was he? He was not far off. Farming Innovation storage sheds, they're very good for all pallet storage. I think I prefer Maddie thighs, actually, I have to say. I think her stuff's great. Let's hook that up. Let's get some of this stuff in as well. Jacob's installed the classifieds mod and got his Deutz for 25k. There's always something nice about the classifieds ad. Actually, I don't think there's anything I need for the farm at the moment, but with the amount of money I've got in the bank, I should probably seriously consider looking at what's there. Country Bumpkin! How are you doing, buddy? Nice to see you. So let's do that. What are we doing? What are we looking for here? Wheat, barley, hay. Right, let's get some hay in, shall we? I need to go through the hay very quickly. So we'll get some of that loaded up. Gaming DK just subscribed. Welcome, sir. How are you? Thanks for the sub. Much appreciated. Yeah, that deer's been a workhorse. Argsy, how you doing? 241, mate. So you were only 20 grand off, which is not a bad guess. Of course I've parked the deer in the way. Grey Devil, how are you? What's happening, mate? Nice to see you. It was close. Well, I will give him that. We'll give him that. That was not bad at all. Please don't tip over. Right, let's see if we can lift 4. We can lift 3. We know we can lift 3 silage bales. Well, that's not bad. I don't think they're full 20,000 litre bales, all of these, so... What's on the shot? I was just saying, Args, I should look in the... Right, that's... Oh! Just to frighten the dog. Something fell over. I was just saying I don't need anything, but I should probably look in classifieds, because my luck with classifieds is usually so good that look at that, get a new 40 series. I should buy something anyway, like a Fent 900 Vario. Should we get that? That's the first time ever there isn't anything that I would go, oh yeah, definitely need that. Should we just go mad and buy that Komatsu? Just go just go cut every tree down. Right, what have we got here? There might be something interesting in here. Let's might buy that massive seed hawk to plant. Oh look, there's our trailer. There's our seeder as well. Could buy a new chainsaw. Okay. There's actually nothing for the first time ever. There's actually nothing. Right, we'll let that mix for a little while, and we will get some straw out so we can give the cows some straw. Let's move him into place so we can load into him. See if we can get 3 in at once. Be interesting. We have a wicker thing in the corner, right? It's just fallen over and frightened the dog. So the dog's now decided that rather than sleeping in a basket, she's going to sleep on my legs. So if I accelerate into a tree, you know why. That's my excuse. I'm sticking to it. Now I've got to squeeze bit. In fact, remember we did this last time? I'm going to do the safe option and go around here. I'll either load them back into the shed, or they'll end up in the TMR. So. Tom Ford, thanks for dropping by anyway, mate. Obviously you can catch up on it afterwards and maybe catch another one in the not too distant future. But I appreciate you dropping by. Can I get these over the lip of the loader or not? What do we think? Slightly unorthodox. But hey, when have I ever done anything how it's supposed to be, right? There we go. Oh, look at that! Straight in, no messing. Phase Laser. Hi, nice to see you. Robert, the classifies mod, I must go and update the link actually in my review of it, because since then Maddie's updated her Discord, so the link I've got in the vid is out of date. But if you join my Discord, there is a link to Maddie Fi's Discord there, and you can download it direct from there. She did submit it to Giants and the mod hub, but they said it was too close to the used vehicles mod, so they've decided that they don't want to put it in the mod hub yet. So she's going to make some changes, some quite fundamental changes to it, and make a much better mod for FS22, which is awesome. But in the meantime, you just have to download it from her Discord. Right, let's give him some more straw, and then we'll go and get the Massey, and we'll clean up this messy place as well. Seems suspicious that FSG is already making excuses when he falls up. I don't know what you're talking about. Right. I've managed to get small bales out again. I did this last time as well. Either that or this doesn't recognise 20,000 litre bales and I'm wasting tons of straw. I hadn't thought about that. So that's 4,000 litre straw bales. I'm pretty sure. That's interesting actually. That is interesting. I wonder if this bale shredder doesn't recognise 20,000 litre bales. We should maybe do a test on that actually, because that could be a bit annoying. That could be a little bit annoying. I wish this rain would stop as well. I moan when I don't have rain for ages, and then when I get it I'm like, well, I don't want this rain. A lot of manure there as well, we should do something about that. Right, so the test here will be, we'll take a bale out. If it's 20,000 litres, when it's here, we will check what it is when it goes into the... it could be that it's working from the back forward, so it's taking some of the initial bales out. So object info. I don't like leaving this on all the time. So it's a 4,000 litre straw bale. So I think that tells me that we're probably using old bales still here. Because there's a lot of straw in there. So that's okay, I can live with that. What does that mean for the animals though? I've got enough straw now, I'm okay with that for now. Yeah, I think I might have been just... I think the first bales... The first bales in are the first ones out. And I think the first batch of bales that I put in there were small bales, so hopefully it'll be fine. And Scott, I'll take your good judgment and your wisdom as gospel that it's actually I just realised I don't have a trailer now for my TMR, but I do have £400,000 in the bank, so I think it's very valid for me to now treat myself to a little feed truck, shall we? So what should we go with here? What's the volume on 16,000 or an 18,000? We should go for the 18,000, shouldn't we? Just load it up with TMR. Look at that. She's a beauty. 18,000 litres. That's what we'll go with. Standard tyres. A mere 55,000. Oh, that's possible, Todd, actually. That is possible. Hey, Maddie, see ya. 1 gigabit service. Oh, I've got that in Edinburgh now. I was looking at I was pricing it up the other day. It's actually cheaper than my current supplier. I know they're undercutting to get the business at the moment, but I mean, I run a 150 meg line at the moment, and it does everything I need. But hey, I'm a bloke, right? You always want bigger and better. Right, let's get us loaded. So we've got a little bit more capacity than we had in the old Marston trailer. Can't reverse anymore. What's wrong with me? Not silage, TMR. There we go. Let's get that loaded. Dunk. Okay, that keeps loading when it's full. Same issue Args and I have on West Texas, actually. So that's good to know. Yeah, that's a good point you make about the bales, Todd. I'll just keep an eye on that. What do we think about the new bales that we saw today? The picture we saw today makes things a bit exciting, doesn't it? It's a whole world of pain for auto-load trailers, but not in a bad way, right? What I have to say as well, I'm again playing catch-up after being off for a few days. Very excited by their post yesterday about things they've addressed after listening to feedback from the community. The graphics one I kind of knew about already, that they were running lower-end graphics just to demo stuff because they wanted it to run as smoothly as possible. So it's really nice that they've said, yeah, you know, the graphics going to be, and then some of the screenshots they released in line with that were pretty cool. Some of the detail levels in that was really nice to see. 28-day seasons as well. That was pretty cool. Enjoyed seeing that. Lots more flexibility there. So that's good. And then yeah. It's just nice to know they're listening to the community, right? And you know, a lot of people just said, "Oh, yeah, would like a bit more flexibility in seasons." You know, at a bare minimum, what we have at the moment. So you've got to remember as well, there, right? They're still building this as they're demoing it. So the graphics builds, you know, it's not as big a priority as some of the heavy coding, right? So they can tidy that stuff up at the end and just dial it up. So from that perspective, the models and stuff will up the pally counts and stuff. Baby bells are the best cheese bites. Just totally wasting TMR there. Right, I'm going to leave him there for a sec. And switch to the bucket. I'm going to clean up. I'm doing things in a random order here. John Lass, how are you? Just realised I've only got 4 silage bales left, so I kind of need... ...28-day season, you could plant every field on a 4 times map. It's good though, you could run it like a real farm, right? There's loads of downtime, so you could literally have a map that you ran real time. You just always left running. Wouldn't that be great? And you just ran it like a real farm. All the timescales were matched to real life. Still got to look after your animals and everything every day. It'd be cool. Hyper optic, 1 gig for 2 years, £20, that's ridiculous. Right, let's get this tidied up. Oh, there was quite a mess here. Sorry, cows. Living in your own squalor. Morning, Travis. How's the weather in Canada this morning? That's obviously a crazy thing to say because the weather on the east coast could be very different to the west coast. It's a more sensible question to ask in Scotland. And it's only about a 2-hour drive from east to west. Maybe a bit more than that across the middle, but there we go. Doing flat map, right? That's a very good reminder. Thank you, Travis. So if anybody hasn't or isn't aware of it yet, I announced a competition last week, just before I went away. A little creators competition using flat map to create your own FS19 map. So if you feel like getting your creative juices going, check out that vid. There is going to be a rather tasty prize for it. I think it's a direct correlation for the amount of effort. It's not just answering a question. So I think we'll have to find a really pretty decent prize for it in the end. There we go. They are clean. We will top up the feed again. Maybe just the one more load of TMR. I'll get that in. Here we go. Getting one of our West X's. That's a good. We could do that actually. I like the idea of that, Alex. That's a very good idea. Maybe that is one of the prizes. There we go. Oops, sorry. Can't see my Can't see my OBS hidden away in the corner now. There we go. Fixed. I come to your house and set up auto-driving Courseplay. Nah, then you'd know there's some actual work in the background. Crikey, I should have bought a much bigger loader than this. These cows eat a lot. Have I tried the seeding complex mod? I have not, Longhill, no. I'll have to check that out. Love hearts off fizzes. Ooh, it's a tough one, that. It's a tough one. Grey Devil, my man! With the super chat. FSG is the best. Thank you, mate. That is much appreciated. Not sure what I'm the best at, but I'll take it. I will take it. Farmer Rari, how are you doing? Right, we've got to get a bit more in here. Oh, crikey, we're out. Are we out? We burned through all our TMR that we chucked in there, we have. Burning through the straw as well. Right, well, let's load this in. That'll be enough certainly till later on, and then we'll load some more up later on, and then we will go and spread that slurry that we've been meaning to finish off from last night. This is brilliant, this tractor, honestly. I think it could well be one of my favourites in game. Kind of hoping that we'll see it coming out in the not too distant future for FS22 as well. Looking to add animals to your map, Mark. Have you got any tips as to where to start? It's as simple as finding a spot, Mark, that you think is going to work for you. Dumping one of the animal sheds down, and then you can buy the animals direct from the shed, or you can get yourself an animal trailer and go and buy them from the animal sell point. And then check the food requirements. So if I jump into my animal screen here, you can see the food types they like: total mixed ration, hay, silage or grass, and it gives you the effectiveness of them at the bottom there. So TMR is 100%, so if you feed them TMR, they'll produce more for you. They'll produce more milk, slurry, manure, whatever it is. And then it's a case of making sure they're fed, watered, and they will start to deliver for you. Chickens are a good one to start with. Pigs as well are relatively easy. Sheep are relatively easy as well, I suppose, aren't they? Not much wrong you can do with sheep, but they just don't make you a ton of money. I'm not sure what the most lucrative animal is. Does anybody know? I always get a bit lazy with animals. Oh dear, Arthur. Well, I'm disappointed at Nightbot. He had one job, and Argsy had to do it. Mark Robbins, am I getting early access to FS22? The quick answer is I hope so. I'm a Giants partner. I've certainly hit the criteria to get it early, but I do know a lot of the content creators have as well in this time period. So they might decide that they don't want to give it to everybody. I haven't asked the Giants the question yet, but it's probably one I maybe need to drop my note over the next few days and say, hey guys, any chance? So we will see. we will see. I hope so. I'd love to bring it to you a little bit before it comes out, so you can get to see some of the stuff. And I certainly, for one, am very excited to get my hands on it now. I was honestly, some of the graphics today were I was blown away. So no, I'm excited to see what it's like now. So if you haven't already, the link is in the description. But if you want to support the channel and potentially get me closer to getting early access, there is a link to pre-order it using my code. So feel free if you want to, of course, and if you don't use mine, use somebody else's. Argsy as well. If you're a Steam user, I can't get Steam keys because I signed the exclusive deal with Giants, so I can only sell direct from Giants. But Argsy has got a brilliant deal where you start even with 10% off the RRP if you're a Steam player. So go use Argsy's code. Got my straight lines. I know what I'm doing. I'm all over the shop here. It's a lovely finish on this slurry. The reflection of it's really nice. Pre-recorded how-tos would be a good idea. If I can get a hold of it, Bad Adam, that is exactly what I'll be doing. Arx is buzzing for FS22. It's taken shape over the last few. I really think it has. I think they have done a masterful job of keeping their powder dry on some of the big ticket items, and now we're getting closer to launch. They are rolling out some good stuff. Like I said, there could be some interesting news coming tomorrow. I will say no more. But again, it'll give you an idea of how big an improvement there is in the graphics. There we go. Straight lines, please, FSG. Getting high on the slurry fumes. And of course, the first thing we're going to do as soon as we get FS22 is dump an FS19 mod into the folder and see if it works. Just a tractor or something basic. There you go. Anybody who's looking for a Steam copy of the game, there's Argsy's link and his code. Question: was that Jaguar TerraTrack on the mod hub, FSG? One from your side socket. It's the it's from the class expansion. It's class DLC, Hamish. Also available using my code. Yeah, no, it's the class expansion pack. Some good class kit in there, actually. It's really nice. This might work out in my favour because I want to fill in that little bit that I missed up here, and with 10% left in the tank I might just be able to do it. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go. One of the better DLCs, I concur, yes. There's a massive sound update, so it might be different. Yeah, absolutely. I'm not expecting it to work, but you've got to try, right? Mark Taylor, did I finish the field on the Silage Saga? I shot part 2 last night, which is coming out of the video towards the end of the week. So stay tuned, Mark. Stay tuned. It's going to be a trilogy. I think I said it earlier on, it's going to be a trilogy now. Because the field's so big. I wish I'd bought a bigger, a faster tractor to do the silage run. But we'll get there. Oh, well, it looks like the rain might stop soon, which is good, because that means we can get in and do some planting. So we're going to do corn in this small field here, so that won't take long to do. In fact, we might put that one on a Courseplay. And then while that's working, we'll have a bit of fun with the new big tractor planting down here. Get these two fields finished as quickly as we can. Maybe get a little bit of fertilizer on them as well. Oh dear, 22 miles an hour feels slow. So I could blow my 400,000 on a Fent. I'm not going to do that, obviously. We're on the road to 1 million now, right? Big time. Big time. We must have some more fertiliser to sell at some point. Grumpy Farmer Tony, good night. Sleep well, mate. Thanks for dropping by, appreciate it. And you, Aaron, thanks for dropping by. Much appreciated. Right, there we go. We've rolled over 100 viewers. Welcome, everybody. Slurry bags in a large truck tank and then use the spreader to fill the bags. By the Fent 900. Just blow all of that crash back to square one with another tractor I don't need. It's the FSG way, right? So if you think that was basically quarter of a million from that space there, what do we think we're going to get off there? Actually, size-wise, they're pretty similar, aren't they? 10 feels a lot bigger because it's a big open space, but actually, they're not a million miles apart. So we've planted grass in there. It'll be interesting to see. In fact, let's see. Do I need... it needs fertilising as well, doesn't it? Oh no, it's fully fertilised. So that's okay. Maybe we should have ploughed it. I thought we did plough it. Why on earth is it showing it's not ploughed? Very odd. Oh well. Buy a new field. I may do, Jan. I may do. We've certainly got the money to afford one now. It's whether or not we want. Cookies reckon 301,000 from field 10. I had corn in it last. I did, but I baled it. I ploughed it. That's the first thing I used my new John Deere plough and the big tractor for. So I don't know why it's not shown up. That's confusing. A little visual glitch. Maybe it's not caught up or something. I don't know. Damien Murphy, is the news coming tomorrow about FS22? I cannot confirm or deny, Damien. But if there is, it's quite interesting. Because all the news is interesting at the moment. Right, let's see. We should be able to finish the field now with this tank full. he says. Can actually keep it in a straight line. I've done a terrible job at keeping this in a straight line. Argsy, I've already kind of said to people that we'll do a West Texas live on Saturday. Well, Sunday morning for you. So I hope we've not made plans, because I've just committed you. If only I had GPS installed. It's Slurry, right? It doesn't matter if you miss the odd bit. Legally, Echo Kid, I'm not allowed to talk about it. Well, I can, but I don't think I'd end up being a Giants partner for much longer if I did that. Yeah, sorry, Ogs. I knew you wouldn't mind. Dev Matt, how are you? Nice to see you. Hope you're doing well. All FS22 news are interesting except forestry. Cheeky Taz. I think there's some interesting forestry stuff actually. I'm looking forward to giving some of it a bash. And I just want to hear a tree falling down. It's funny, isn't it? Like something as kind of not trivial, but something as novel as that is that's cool, isn't it? Like just a tree falling noise, something that was maybe missing in 19 we're going to get in 22, and it's exciting. Am I excited for FS22? DevMat, yes, I think we were just, Uggs was just saying before, I think they've kept some of the stuff under wraps till the end, and I think it's starting to really look sharp. The last couple of weeks they've really started to roll out more and more information. So I'm very excited now. Very excited. And do you know what? For me, it's going to be interesting. So I started the channel. In fact, if you remember back to when I was on the Farm Sim Show, one of the questions that DJ asked me was, you know, were you concerned about starting a channel on a game that was, you know, 3 years old? You know, did you think there'd be enough interest in it? So I'm really interested to see what it means kind of for the channel kind of thing. Whether or not it'll generate a lot more interest, or I've got my kind of loyal following in you guys, and it will just keep trucking on as it is. So yeah, we shall wait and see. Getting excited, just in general for everything, to be honest. It's going to help the winter months pass. I think it's going to be good. It's going to be good. You can tell by the cheesy grin. Definitely looking forward to it. Mr. Fusion Simulations is in the house. How are you doing, Fusion? Nice to see you, mate. Nice to see you. Chris Richardson getting there. Certainly are. We are making progress. Ray, how's it going, man? Nice to see you. Right. Even a fresh round of visit on console. Yeah, I can even handle that. We're all going to have to learn to play from scratch again. Exactly. Things like no easy dev commands. Oh, how's that going to work? Especially, like, and I'm not being a annoying PC player with that. Basically, I swear by that for making my content. Like my cinematics and stuff, I rely on the ease of easy dev to get cameras and stuff. So, I'm intrigued. I'm gonna have to swat up on my console commands, aren't I? There you go, Farmer Hamish sums up FS22 in 3 points there. Thank you very much for the super chat, mate. That is much appreciated. Falling tree sounds, gear shifting and jogging cattle. What more could we possibly want? What more could we possibly want? Right, you can go there. There we go. Patrick, what's been going on? Well, the rain stopped. That's the first bonus. We're going to leave the plough here because there's a bit of space here. We may have time to put our... we may have time to put our other shed in if we've got time. If not, we might have to come back for that. Oh, didn't check the water for the cows actually. Let's just do that. There we go. Also haven't checked our productions for a bit. Oh, I left the tractor parked in the way. Oh, she's twitchy. She's hungry for some action. Let's go. Right. You know what I said I was going to do? I was going to put Courseplay on that cornfield up there, wasn't I? So we'll hook this up. Probably do a little repair on it as well. It's looking quite dirty and that was quite a big field. So we'll just repair these. It has no seed in it either. Not ideal. What we're planting here, we're planting barley, aren't we, in one of these fields? And sunflowers in the other. Build farms with no F11, I know. Can't even reset your money. What is the world coming to? Also, Chris L. Started FS19 on a large map. I'm wondering if the farms that already have seed and fertilizer silos, do you have to fill them up first? First before I can fill my seed drill? No, you shouldn't do, Chris. You should be able. They should already be full. Basically, they're sell points, so you should be able to. You should be able to just top up from them. Which actually, I'm just going to interestingly see if there is any sell points here actually that aren't stupidly expensive, because that would maybe make it a little bit more efficient for me. I probably haven't got them installed. No, I don't. Oh well, we're gonna have to take a little run somewhere to fill up. In fact, what's in the what's in here? We've got lime coming out of our ears, which I do not need anymore. There's a bit of seed there. I'm sure there's a little bit in here as well. Not much though. Let's go. This is the reason we bought this, right? He says tabbing through 20 things. It's going to be the last one, because it always is. There it is. Let's fill this up. I don't think we need too much. And I also don't know how I'm going to get this out of here. It might be tedious as loading up with a digger. But it's certainly quicker than... it's certainly quicker than driving a tractor over to do it. So, $5,000 in seed. Omikoskos, I'm hopefully going to stream for at least another hour. We'll see how things are going, so see how interested you lot are. We'll see how much progress we've made. I could give away my mod folder to the map competition winner. It's quite a nice idea actually. I have decided that what I'll do, whatever point we get to, I'm going to zip up the save game and the mods I use in this series, and I'm going to put this up and available for anybody who wants it at the end of the series, and you can all have a drive around and see what I've done to the map. Could be quite good fun. No, Nabas, how are you doing? Nice to see you. Victor Cox, welcome. Clarkson could get seed delivery. Oh, to be fair, I could have got seed delivered. It's probably cheaper than loading it from there as well. I have got store deliveries. I just didn't want to... in hindsight, that was a stupid thing to do because I do have... Just don't know if it'll let me fill this way. This is going to be interesting. Never tried this actually. Filling from a truck like this. Let's give it a go. See if it's any good. I'm not confident actually. No, doesn't work. And I don't think I've got any augers installed either. So we might have to do something really basic like... have I got any augers? I do. I do. It's also massive. The Brant one, there you go, the Brant one, that's a nice... There's a nice... Do we want a GPS on our auger? Probably not. There we go, just blowing money left, right and centre now, aren't we? Just kind of mad for it. Right, how are we going to do this? So I can get in this and move it about, that's quite good. I'm just going to find a place for it now where it's going to be useful, which should be over here. Raise it up. Mr. Nezzy, nice to have you back. Hope you're well. Let's just get this, let's get that open, and let's just try and align it, shall we? There we go, that looks pretty good. Do I have to turn this on? I like that noise. Ticking over nicely there. Where can you get that branch? Do you know what, Fatra? I have no idea. I have got a folder with about 20 augers in there. Usually they come with maps. I find a lot of the time you get them with maps. This may not work either. Why is it it's not... the alignment. This is when you find out that it's pretty much over there, isn't it? I could probably reverse it just a little bit further. Force unload. Why aren't we unloading, guys? What's going on here? Unload here. That didn't work. So if anybody knows where that Brantor came from, give us a shout, because I can't remember. I think it might have been an I bought an auger that I don't need now. We are having a nightmare. It's because there isn't a little loading door at the back of that. Do you know what? I should have left that there. We should have tried the digger first. Al Qaeda, maybe. There you go, Kieran. Thank you. Line this again and give it another go. Start engine. Pipe out. So I think actually I didn't have the pipe out there. So let's go and try it again. Let's get the bucket this time. There you go. Well timed, Kieran. Well timed indeed. Right. Let's see if we can load this up. If not, we know what does work. Stephen Hurst, there's only going to be any more West Texas with Argsy. Stephen, I am delighted to say that on Saturday there will be a West Texas. And it will be live. Right, let's see. This may not take interesting, it's not even oop. Yeah, it's not recognising it as a fill type. I think that's the problem here. So what we'll do is we'll move this out of the way for now. That's a bit annoying, because that would have been quite a cool way of doing that. Hello Joe, how you doing? Well, let's see if it gives me the option to load the drill. Because we could live with that, couldn't we? Okay, that's looking promising. Just check there's nothing on the floor, but that is a winner. Right, happy days. Happy days indeed. What time will be live on Saturday? Probably 8 or 9 PM UK time, so 3, 4 in the afternoon US time. Go on, I missed the Grand Prix from Texas, right? Circuit of the Americas. Peter's on episode 30. Awesome, Peter. It's just about to get good. I won't give you any spoilers. I can't believe I left such a mess on the floor though. I'm an embarrassment. I need to have a long hard look at myself. We're going to get all this in here. And we are. That's going to be good. So there you go. Auger. Hasn't got seed as a fill type. Might need to do a little XML tweak to that to make that work. relatively straightforward to do. George Goddard, who do I want to win the championship? Being British, I would love to see Lewis get 8. But equally, I'd just like to see it being a good fair battle as well. Mark Taylor, take care, man. Thanks for dropping by. See you again soon. Right, there we go. We'll find a wee reason to use that auger somewhere. Like I said, now kind of money's not really the issue it used to be. So from that perspective, look at that, 97%. That's pretty cool. Now we will seed this field, I think, with barley, and we're going to put sunflowers in the other one. Now before we get this guy going, what I might do is get the 40, the John Deere 40. Oh, bit of a wheel spin there. Let's get him lined up. Something about the bottom of this field, the baler got stuck on it as well. So we'll get this lined up here. Remember we ploughed this ages ago. Stupidly. Lost out on some grass volume with that, didn't we? What we'll do is we'll go and get the other John Deere. Get him hooked up to the other seeder, which I know has got stuff in it. FSG, do I have a farm machine that isn't on game, but you would love to have it? Ooh. That's a good question, Taz. I'm trying to think. Can't think of anything off the top. A good rock picker would be good for rocky fields, but I know Permas is working on a pretty awesome one of that already with right, there we go. Let's just grab that. I'm trying to think what else. No, I can't think of anything. So there we go. We have got almost a full load of fertiliser, but I can top this up. There is a little bag of seed here. Schumacher's your number one F1 driver and you don't want Lewis to beat him. That's valid. That's valid. Just move this over here. Next to Argsy's house. Argsy never shuts the door. Good farm all pack. Interesting. Let's top up the seed. We do have our own fertiliser. We've got tons of our own fertiliser actually, although 68% might be okay. Right, let's try it anyway. We'll go and top it up. If we need to, it's not too far. Could really do with upgrading this as well. I don't like the way the tyre tracks work on this, but it'll be good. It'll be good. I must go to field 10 and check how the grass is growing as well. Slightly conscious I've only got 4 bales of silage left. And the cows are eating like nobody's business, so we need to check that out. Oh, I could have put jewels on this as well, couldn't I? Missed a trick. Now my thumbnail doesn't make sense. See what happens when you set up a thumbnail and then don't follow what you're supposed to do with it? Right. We're Courseplay in this one, because it's only a small field. Oh, that's the other thing I'm looking forward to in Field 10, is picking up the bales manually. Well, with what am I saying? With Courseplay. That'll be good. A little bit of headland overlap. I'm going to put it up a little bit, he says as he puts it down. I'm going to put it up a little bit. Smooth corners, because they're all rounded, these corners, so that should be good. Where headland passes, generate field course. That looks pretty sensible. In fact, I'm going to put a couple more headlands on, because I know this reverses sometimes. And he's straight into it. Messed that corner off already. But hopefully, I was leaving some of the corn stalks in, but there we go. So that corn is counting down relatively quick. We are going to have to get a top up at some point, but that's okay. We can do that. Let's cheat and go back this way. There he is. So much stuff. How many dots have you got on your farm? How much kit have I got now? It's ridiculous, isn't it? Oh, that tractor sounds so good when you fire it up. Right, we'll do this with a little bit of GPS, I think. All looking good there. Drop that down. Let's go seeding. Like I said, barley in this field. And we'll pop sunflowers in the one over by. Rogelio, indeed we are. Corn for whiskey and barley for whiskey. One of the most lucrative things we've done on the map, so it seems silly to not keep repeating that, right? T.M. Pearson. Cheers from the West Coast. Right back at you, my friend. Whereabouts on the West Coast are you? Good to have you in stream. Right, let's link up these two fields. They're still set as 4 fields. Are they? No, there we go. Yeah, they are. Crikey. Should have had a little bit of ploughing in there, shouldn't we? That'll do for now. I'll leave it as it is. But that's an oversight. I thought I'd join these together. Oh well. It's been a while. You forget what you've done, I tell you. What's this, episode 65? It's crazy. Portland, Oregon. Nice, man. Well, it's great to have you here. That's the disco trees in the corner, flashing away there. Too wet for silage, George. Unlucky, mate. Get the edges done here. I'll probably do 2 laps, give myself enough of a turning circle at the end of rows, and then we'll stick the GPS on. Try and make this as optimal as possible. Scoot round here. Craft beer mecca. Nice. Love a craft beer. What's the next target? Rogelio, we are shooting for the 1 million now. The whole reason we started the map... Oh, look at this. See, we cut that out with... I think I'm going to have to fix that. It's going to hurt me. It's going to upset me. That strip in the middle. I'm going to have to sort that out with the plough. Hey Mesh, take care man. Thanks for dropping by. Yeah, there's gaps all over this field. We are going to quickly jump in the white and plough up those bits. We're going to put create fields on the plough. And we're actually going to make this into one big field. Which I thought we'd already done, but because it was grass, it's kind of thrown me. Because it's been grass for so long. So we can, that means the next lap we can go and fix those bits that we've not quite sorted. So let me get to here. It's nice having this big seeder though, I've got to say. George, when playing Season, you often find yourself feeding cows and skipping the days. Yeah. I think we'll all confess to doing a bit of that sometimes. It'd be nice if you can hire a worker in FS19 to feed your cows for you, couldn't you? I know we've got happy animals or whatever it is now, but it'd be nice if it was an in-game mechanic. As long as there's enough TMR in the shed and things like that, you could feed the animals. So look here, I've clearly missed a few bits at the edge of the field. So I'm going to stop this here. I'm going to jump into the white wherever I left it, over by the slurry machine, didn't I? Sprint, speed run over here. I'm going to grab this guy and the plough, and we're just going to tidy some edges up. TM Piston, do you or have you used OSB? You mean OBS, I guess, TM, for streaming direct for YouTube? Yes, it's just OBS I use. It's brilliant. Once it's set up, it's really, really good. Look at that, the John Deere's out already. That's insane, isn't it? Crazy. Oh, I don't have my small plough. I've just realised I don't have my small plough anymore. You know what I do have though? Is the cultivator over here. And I also have create fields with cultivator. There we go. I think I have anyway. I think I've got it switched on. Allow create fields. I do. Honestly, OBS is a brilliant tool. Absolutely phenomenal tool. So, just up here is where our two fields are joined together. Now, we have got this set up as a Courseplay course, so this should, to all intents and purposes, just plough up now. Just means we're gonna... Oh, see. There we go. Let's do that. Allow create fields. So this will get us one big field, which is awesome. You always get a bit nervous with the old create fields on, don't you? Always has a propensity to go wrong. There we go, one little lift here, and we're going to get these bits as well. So we will have to run back over these. Should have checked this before we did it, but I forgot. There we go. So we'll need to do this in the other field as well, so let's just remember to do that before we dive in and start planting in that field as well. But we actually need the other planter for that, because it's sunflowers we're doing. So we need the planter rather than the seeder. But there we go. Bit of a wide section there. Dundee 380. Thank you very much for the sub, my friend. It is much appreciated. Oh look, I've cut a big chunk out the edge of my field now as well. That's stupid. Like I said, create fields can cause the odd issue. Kieran, thanks for dropping by, man. Have a good rest of your week, and we'll see you soon. Right, aim is get this field done before the end of the stream. I think that should be relatively feasible. There we go. Get this to here. I'm going to turn create fields off, just to avoid any hiccups. And the fastest way to fill that other seeder up is to jump into this, I think. Farmer Cowboy, how are you doing? There we go. Let's zip this over. I don't know how much seed is in this actually. 700 litres. There we go. Whip this up to the field, get him filled up, and then he'll be on his merry way again. If in doubt, always spend the extra money on a good horn, right? Right, how much has he done? He's done like 2 headlands and that's it. Hellcat! Welcome, welcome. You've just done ploughing a field. Right, let's get him filled up, shall we? So what you've got to do, unfortunately, is turn your Courseplay off. Hit your refill button. Dunk. There we go. Turn your Courseplay on. Just make sure you select next closest waypoint. And off he goes. And I will just leave him here. There should be enough left in that seed thing to pop him up again, because it looks like he's going to need it again. And he's done, so we can head over here and get sowing again. And this way we don't have the same seed issues when it comes to... sorry dog. With barley, although it does look like this may need a refill at some point. Just because it's a big seeder, I don't think we'll get through the whole field without this needing a little bit of a... Let's clean up these edges here that we've just created. And then we'll do our other headland, like I said, just so we've got enough space to turn around. I mean, how feeble's that horn? Compared to the majesty of the Dixie horn. There we go. fix the other beat when we get to it. Drawing back up for our second headland. There's never good grass in this field. I think the texture's not as rich as some of them. Think about the grass texture that we had on Clark Farms for the silage series. This is nowhere near as lush and green as that one. So you feel like you're kind of getting half a crop. Rob plays games. Another Canadian in the house. Aussies are here as well. How you doing, Aussie? Good to see you. Right, we'll just lap the field one more time and then we'll get on the up and downs. Just being an odd shaped field, it's going to play havoc with some of the GPS. And do some very short runs with the GPS, which is a bit frustrating, but we'll work through that. There's another little bit of field that we've now. I'm just not going to bother fixing that, but it's too small. But yeah, pleasing to get a different crop in here. It's been a while with this grass. It was getting a bit repetitive, I thought, so we'll change things up a bit. And that new big combine will make short work of these little fields. They're not so little anymore, though, are they? They're pretty big these days. Just try and square off some of these edges a bit. It's a good investment, this traction seeder. Loving it. There we go. Should check classifies again, shouldn't we? It's been a while. No, stop spending money. You're supposed to be making money, not spending it. Use Courseplay route editor to adjust the path. What path? Dude, I've got a path set up for this. I don't need to change it. Oh, there's a big clump of field there that I need to sort. There we go. Let's just grab this again. Rob plays games. I am using a steering wheel. Rob. You started out with keyboard. And then when I bought my steering wheel, it completely and utterly changed the game for me. So much more enjoyable experience with the steering wheel, I have to say. There we go. I would strongly advise, if you've got the space, it's probably one of the best things you can buy for FS. The steering wheel. I have the side panel as well, but I tend to use sim dashboard a little bit more than the side panel. I mean, I'm using the side panel tonight purely because I forgot to switch sim dashboard on before I started. So when I'm just raising and lowering implements, I can sometimes use a side panel, and I use the side panel for front loaders and things like that. But for GPS and some of those other tasks, I use my sim dashboard screens. I missed the UPS guy today as well. I'm a bit sad. My direct drive base from Fanatec arrived today, which I've been waiting months for. So yes, sorry to give that a go as well. Not for Farm Sim, That would be slightly overkill. An F1 steering wheel. Although it would be good. Scooter, how are you, my friend? It's been a few weeks. I know, right, Dwight? One of those days I needed to head out for like 15 minutes. And of course, that was the 15 minutes that you decided to deliver. Probably good though. You probably wouldn't be getting a live stream tonight if that was the case. Right, let's get down to the bottom here and then we'll get ourselves a little bit of a GPS course set up. And tidied up all those scraggy edges. Well, actually, we use this as our line of sight, I think. Yeah, looks pretty good. Right, GPS on. Set our A line. Set our B point, there we go. And set our width. No offset. Hit the button. Hopefully, I'm going to get a little bit of an overlap here. Oh well. Come back and fix a few things up. Poppy is doing great. She's fast asleep at my feet actually. Thanks for asking, Aussie. Jared Douglas, how's things? Matty UK just bought the bundle and the joy. Yeah, anybody. So I've got a couple of guys in the community who swear by dual joysticks. Love playing with them. So there you go. Seasonal cycles, right, Scooter? That's got to be a step in the right direction, hasn't it? More flexibility. Can see no bad from that, which is great. I can't believe that 440 is empty again. It literally eats seed. So we're going to get him sorted in a second. Let's tidy up that bit that was missing at the end there. There we go. Bob Hunter, nice to see you. How are you? I'm very excited about variable bale sizes as well. That does look good. There we go. This is definitely not going to take too long. I was tempted to get this finished before I go and fill up the 440. No, I will. I will. We'll head back up to the top. I'll close off that little green bit there, and then we will we'll go and top up the other tractor. We'll go too much further. Great plan to this, Bob. Oh, did you, Bertie? Good call, man. Yeah, it's a pain once if you haven't set them up. It took me ages to set up my side panel. somebody ever hits the reset all, I will cry a little bit. Definitely. Right, let's leave him here for a second. I did say I was going to check classifieds, didn't I? What have we got? A Wilson pace setter? No. Oh, big tiger, mate. One half of the trail. Oh, no potato stuff. We don't talk about potato stuff. We've been there, we've done that. Oh, there we go. We could blow all our money on that, though. Yes! Imagine rocking around in that. A Stara, a Versatile, a Ponzi, the Scorpion King is there. Could blow all our money on that as well. Ooh. Right, let's go and fill up over here. CAJ Entertainment. How do you get viewers? Me and my sons recently started streaming FS19, but we get less than 10 viewers. I used to get less than 10 viewers, CAJ. It's a case of just sticking at it, do vids, I mean, I've worked my butt off for the last 12 months to get to this point. It really is a hard graft to get here, and even then, it doesn't always kind of happen straight away. I think I've been lucky to get the viewers I've had in the first 12 months. Incredibly lucky, in fact. I don't think it happens like that for everybody. I know guys that have been doing it for 5 years who don't have the viewers that I have. So it boils down to quality of content, consistency of content, playing the YouTube algorithm. If you can get the algorithm to love you, you're a long way there. But stick at it. I don't know how long you've been doing it, CAJ, but I didn't. I did videos for probably the first 3 or 4 months, and then I moved on to streams as well after that. So there we go. Topped up. There we go. Richard Thigpen. Hello. How are you? Nice to see you. Having a good accent. CAJ, if you aren't already a member, my Discord, we have a YouTube help channel on there, which has got loads and loads of good advice, and a kind of a bit of sharing. There's lots of people that are kind of have kicked off farm sim channels who are kind of part of the community, so you might want to join that. There'll be some good tips and advice in there. Have I seen the Hoof GP? He's got over 1 million subs. You next, I don't think I'll ever see 1 million subs. My aim is like, so there's a reason. There's a really random reason why I started YouTubing. That was obviously during lockdown stuff over here. But it kind of all started as a bit of a joke with my kids about they wanted a YouTube play button, and they were like, "How do you get a YouTube play button? That must be easy, right?" And they thought it was like 1,000 or 10,000 subs. So when I kicked off the channel and I was starting to make progress and stuff, I was like, "No, yeah, like, guys, it's 100,000, and I'm never going to get 100,000." And they were like, "Please get, we want a YouTube button." So I'm kind of now stuck at it. I'm kind of now stuck at it until I get 100,000 subs, because I want to get a play button for my kids. So that's the motivation now. I'm doing it for the kids. I am a quarter of the way there, which is way closer than I ever thought I would get. Way closer. It was just a non-starter. To be honest, it still feels like a bit of a non-starter. I can't ever believe that I'd get 100,000 subs still. So it's still a bit of a pipe dream. But exactly, Peter, the things you do for your kids, right? And all it'll do is create an argument because they'll both want to hang it in their room. So, so they'll just fall out, and the whole point will be lost. But hey, that's parenting for you, right? And do a potato, yeah. Well, there's another reason why I don't want to. I want to get to 100,000 subs for the kids. I don't want to get to 100,000 subs for the potatoes. But yeah, there we go. The things you commit to when you think it's not going to be an option. Miami King, do you play with controller or keyboard? I play with the steering wheel, Miami. Steering wheel, side panel, and I've got a keyboard and mouse for other stuff moving around. Peter, you're a gentleman. Thank you very much. You know what? None of this was ever the aim. The aim was to have fun, make content. For those who don't know, my job is in marketing. I do graphic design, I do video editing, I do that all day long for corporate clients and boring corporate videos and things like that. And I needed a creative outlet just to kind of stop myself getting so frustrated with the creative stuff I have to do at work. So this was my outlet, and it's been brilliant fun. The meeting all you guys and the brilliant community and all of that is a real bonus. Flavour Dave, is this what I have to look forward to in the survival series? Is this where you've progressed? It is indeed, Flavour. It is indeed. Bright, thank you. All the love back from Scotland to South Africa as well, my man. Beautiful country, beautiful people. Yep, this is where we've got to, Flavour. So, if you don't want any spoilers, look away now. Other than the tractor, which you've obviously already seen, and the size of the field. But I don't know what episode you're on. But yeah, we have quite a few people that drop in who are a few. Who are a few episodes behind, but they always like to kind of drop in and see what's happening and say hello. I don't think it spoils it that much. Unfortunately, I think Farm Sim is too niche to be ever hitting, you know, 1 million or 10 million. I'm not Fortnite, unfortunately. Imagine if it blows up. Imagine if FS22 blows up, becomes a cult classic. Well, it's taking us no time at all to do this. This seeder is phenomenal. We've not run out of seed in the other drill yet either, which is interesting, so that's good. We've just got rid of the old Ford. Oh wow, you've got a long way to go, mate. You've got a long way to go. There's some fun episodes in there. Especially look forward to the Sugar Beets episodes. That was at the point I really almost chucked in the towel. Nice. Love it. You're right. It is, Dave, it is the kind of map that just lends itself to old equipment, right? It just lends itself to old equipment. I'd love to quit my job and do this full-time, Aussie. Love to. That's the dream, right? At the moment, it's just a rather enjoyable hobby. Oh, there we are. Look, we're out of seed in the corn planter again. And I don't think there's much left in the box either. In that box? In that pallet. So I'll need to probably go and get that filled up somewhere. Oh, I've missed the edge there. Look at this. It's all going horribly wrong. There we go. Tidy that up. Have I got realistic seed usage? Not in this series, no, Peter. Literally throwing it down as it comes out of the box. George got up. Farming is awesome. Too many city kids don't understand how their eggs and milk toast. Exactly, I agree with that, George. That's why I kind of think Clarkson Farms has been a brilliant series, because it's just kind of woken people up to the fact that farming's kind of tough, but it's also like a real necessity. If we didn't have farms, where would all the stuff come from? So no, it's good from that perspective. I just think it's funny, like every kid loves a tractor, right? Tiny kids love tractors and machinery and things like that. But as they grow up in later life, it just kind of goes away. So yeah, games like this are awesome. Now, let's go and see how much seed is left in that. Oh, look, he's hardly got anything left to do. I think we might have to do this. And it gives us another opportunity to sound the horn. Coming to the rescue. I mean, oh, he's literally got a couple of passes to go here, and I bet you there's like nothing left in this. Get the dregs. 18%. Is that enough? Do we think that's enough? Next closest waypoint. I don't think that's going to be enough. It's going to be typical, isn't it? If that's not enough. Let's watch and find out. My money's on it not being enough. See, brilliant. That's exactly the sort of thing that I love to see, Flavour Dave. I kind of take it for granted a bit because I grew up on a farm, but loads of people in your position who don't know anything about farming, and from that perspective, alright, they cut some corners, it's a game. It's not as accurate as real life, but you can make it as if you want to. But it's great. It's a great educational tool. There's turns at the bottom. There's a load of turns at the bottom where the seed hasn't planted as well. But that looks quite positive. He's done it. I think he's done it. Let's see where he stops. Brian's saying 2% left. That would be awesome. Mike Hansen, nice to see you, my friend. Great to have you here. Come on, he's going to drive back down to finish here. Look, we've got a couple of bits like that where on the turns it gets a little bit annoying. There you go. George is actually doing it in real life because of Farm Sim. That's awesome. 4%. Cranky's saying 4%. Brian's saying 2%. Cranky's saying 4%. What have we got here? 7%. It's like a full load, that. And finish off these little bits at the bottom here that are kind of a bit annoying. The bits at the top as well at this rate. It is realistic. I think it's realistic as well. I think what they've done is they've made it easy, or you know, as you've probably seen from my realism series, you can really up the realism levels on this and load everything and use the appropriate seed and stuff. But you know, things like filling up a seed drill, you want to make that accessible, right, for kids, so that they don't get kind of frustrated with the game. So things like hitting the R button when you pull up to your seeder to fill it up, I think are absolutely brilliant. So I think that's, from that perspective, it's good. But also for the kind of more hardcore players, you've got the option to up the realism level. So it's brilliant. I just think they've done a brilliant job with it. For a little small couple of unfertilised bits there, for basically a small developer, hats off to them, right? Beet harvest episode, Chris. I still wake up in the cold sweats of night with that, right? Exactly, it's about keeping it playable. You've got to keep it's got to be broad enough that it attracts the biggest audience that it can, right? You know, like my daughter sits and plays, and all she wants to do is ride the horses and feed them. She's not interested in the tractors and things like that, but and she can do that, right? And I'm sure there's lots of people of all ages that just have specific things they want to do. Cracky, one of my friends, he literally combines and loads up trailers. And when he's finished doing that, he goes and resets all the fields and goes and does it again. No interest in kind of following the season cycles or anything like that. Just wants to drive a combine. And he doesn't play regular and stuff like that, but when he comes on, he loves it. So, there you go. There's got to be something in it for everybody. And you've got people like FDR, all they do is logging. They don't touch a field anytime. They're just cutting trees down the whole time. So, again, really nice to have that variation in the gameplay and stuff. Can I put that there? No, there's a little fertilizer spreader there. Oh, have I overcooked that? Yeah, it's quite twitchy, this, the way the wheels are. There we go. Jump back to, I was going to hopefully tab back to it, but no such luck. No F11 and FS22. Hopefully it comes back quite quick. Like I said before, I'm going to have to brush up on my my console commands. It's just really annoying for things like depth of field and flying mode and things like that, for getting cinematic shots. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what life's like without that. We've got so used to it, right? Or I certainly have as a content creator. It's really helpful to have tools like that. So we will just have to wait and see how quickly. And it's interesting, things like script mods maybe don't need that much of a tweak if the core game code is the same and the way it behaves is the same. We've already talked about this before, that we think maybe the lead time for mods being released won't be as long as it was from FS17 and 19, because in 17 to 19 they fundamentally changed the way that the code was in game. So it was built from scratch for new mods. Whereas potentially this might be things like updating sound, boosting poly counts because it can handle higher graphics and things like that, and there's not massive rewrites. So we'll see. I don't know. We'll see. Labor Dave, yeah, I know a few people like that. There you go, Joe. I know, Joe, you play it with your grandson a lot. So yeah, again, deliveries, just driving a truck, right? Joe, you should check out, if you haven't already heard of it, it came out last week I think, is the deliveries contracts or like haulage contracts mod. So it just gives you contracts to do moving stuff around the map rather than farming. It's worth checking out. I think Farmer Taz is actually doing a series on just on delivery contracts. So there we go. Field 1 done. Turn that off. 52% still in the seeder as well. That's pretty handy. So what I need to make sure I do now, I can see there's my join in that field. Just going to have to make sure that we connect those back up before we plant in that field. Zohia, how are you? Nice to see you. Now what time is it? Perfect timing! Yeah, American Truck Simulator, exactly the same idea, right? Well, let's run this back down here. We'll just park it up here. And one thing we did want to check is how the old productions are doing. Obviously we don't have anything in the distillery at the moment, but we do have the greenhouse running, which will have run dry now actually, because we zipped through the night. So we'll need to top up some of the work in there. Yep, seat's empty. We're out of manure, we're out of seeds, but quite a lot of chaff there and quite a lot of tomatoes. So I just wonder if we maximise 17 pallets of tomatoes. There we go. All of those. Let's get them on the truck and sell them. A little bit of extra cash to finish the episode. And we'll also check how the fertiliser production's going. There's a big pile of chaff out of the back here as well that we should be able to take somewhere and do something with. Oh, there's a bit of a bump there. Remember how much money we spent landscaping that? Oops. Hope nobody wanted the tomatoes not crushed, because I have just done a brilliant job of doing. Look at that, I can't take any more. Maxed out at 16. That's a lot of tomatoes. Not strapped down or anything. It's very unrealistic that once your silage pet is fermented, you take the whole cover off. You just can do it in bits though, George. You don't have to take it all off. It comes off in parts as you, the more you remove. Right, there we go. White. Sell. Look, the incredible floating tomatoes of Bull's Gap. The 8th wonder of the world. Bosh. There you go. Just 10 grand for that. I should have probably checked the prices before I did that. It was not my finest hour. At the same time, it is what it is, right? Every little bit counts. 325,000 in the bank. A few cases of whiskey here. We'll get those over at some point as well. If I head over here, Flavor Dave, that truck is from Yes Mods. 66,000. Okay, I can't leave that. Oh, I've left that running all day as well. There we go. I can't leave that. That is a ridiculous amount of money sitting there. There's potentially a massive load of money there. Have I got a cheap truck? Or am I gonna... Right, I'm gonna take them out. I was gonna end the stream there, but I can't because. Oh, can I get out of here? Oh, too many things. Too many things. Whiskey distillery, right. I need to get the Mac and I need to sell that. That is serious amounts of fertilizer. You know what? I'm going to wash this as well. It's earned its wash. There's 66,000 litres of fertilizer there. That is a serious amount of money. Streakzo, are those tomatoes from global companies' factories? They are from Streakzo. They are from hot greenhouses. So there you go. You've got your sell point, which is a measly $1, but then you've got lettuce, raspberry, strawberry, white cabbage, tomato, and cauliflower options. They're good. They're good mods. I think FS22, from what I've seen this week and last week, we're starting to see the things that are making it look and feel different to at 19. There's enough, and it is incremental. You're right, it's incremental changes. They can't rewrite the game in its entirety. They just don't have the manpower or the money to be able to do that. So in the interim, they're doing what they can with the game they've got. And the engine, you know, it's a very specific engine. You know, people are like, oh, just use Unreal Engine or you know, one of those. And you're like, well, no, it's not possible. Unreal doesn't do a lot of the stuff that you need in FS19 without a lot of coding changes. So it's a bit of false economy, really. Should take the back route. Case, can I do sugar beets again? No. Treats, I feel like FS22 is taking mods and making them basic. Yeah, I think, you know, that's par for the course, really. You know, that's what's great about the modders coming up with brilliant ideas. You know, just spreading that knowledge about it. They can't come up with everything with such, again, a relatively small team. So some of the ideas, I'm sure, for the mods that they probably never thought of when they. I just thought, I wonder if there's actually. Can I put fertilizer in this as a fill type? I shall check. Because, in fact, I didn't think about it, but it probably is playsetter CB. I'm just checking the fill types. Quite Hitman made this for me, and I'm looking. I can. Good. He had the decency to put it all in. Yeah, I agree, Trixo. I think it's good. It's good that they take the ideas from the modders. I do. Right, there's nothing there. I was just thinking there was something stuck in this, but there isn't. That's good. Right. I was going to wash it as well, and I forgot. Oh well. Yeah, another payday coming. Could this? It's probably not enough to push us over 400. Certainly not enough to push us over 500. We'll definitely get over 400 with this, I think. He says, hopefully. I did stop there, you just didn't see it. Oh, the noise on this little Mac are awesome. Another brilliant Expendables mod. Just needs a Dixie horn on it now, doesn't it? Do I have the fortune? It's running. It runs at 1 mile an hour, 2 miles an hour. So it's not much use to anybody, but yeah, it's definitely running. I agree, Dave. Modders are just mind-boggling what they come up with. I've just done that. I've just done a big silage, automated silage thing with auto drive and Courseplay. I mean, just the coding that's gone into those to make them work is mind-boggling. Mind-boggling. So good, so clever. Right, here we go. Fill her up. A full truckload of, I think this takes 50,000 litres. So we're not actually going to get it all in here, which is brilliant. A brilliant problem to have. Mac 661 B61 Thermodyne, there you go. Such a lovely mod. You'd think the least I could do is keep it clean. Still going, Args. I was about to finish and then I realised I had so much dry fertiliser to sell that I should really sell it. What is the selling price? So interestingly, this doesn't show up on the map on the sell points, but I do have a sell point just here, aggro, where I can sell it. So it's always a bit of a lottery when you sell it, how much you're going to get for it. Keith Reeves, I wish you'd clean that thing. I was about to wash it and then got excited. Oh, Grey Devil, you're doing silage on field 3. Are you on Clark Farms, are you? You've tried to replicate it. Gianna, thank you very much, my friend. Thank you very much for the Norwegian krone, is that? Krona? 100 Norwegian krona. Thank you for your contribution tonight, mate. It's always nice to have you here. So 50,000 litres of dry fertiliser, which actually leaves 16,000 still in there, which could come in handy. We can utilise some of that in our planters. There you go, Jan. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. That all goes to keeping the multiplayer servers going and prizes for competitions and things like that. So thank you for your generosity. And Cranky as well with his £10. Thank you, sir. By the way, that beer was outstanding. Cranky sent me a little cask of beer the other week, which was very much appreciated, and it was tremendous. Absolute tremendous. I tucked into it on my holidays. Scott, work's done for the day. I was in Arran this weekend, Scott George. Got myself a little bottle of Arran's finest single malt. Right, let's see what's going to happen here. Let's watch that top corner there. It's ticking up pretty quick. Ooh. $400,000. Unbelievable. Nearly 425,000. That's 100,000 from that fertiliser. That is awesome. That is awesome. We are well on the way to our mill. Now, one thing I did say I would do as well before we left was check field 10 and see how the grass was doing. how close it is to being ready. Oh, teleport the vehicle. That is not what I meant to do. I meant to teleport myself. Oh, the grass is ready to harvest too. Oh my god, we're going to be busy. Right. This is not where I wanted to put him. Right. How have I ended up with a semi in the middle of a field? Right. I'll just organise that. Slightly awkward. I'm lost now. Where am I? Just drive through the neighbour's field. He won't care. Oh, an Ardbeg. Very nice, Scott. I had a 15-year Dalwhinnie on holiday as well. I just thought I was going to have to remortgage my house to pay for it. But it was tremendous. Right. So, there we go, folks. I hope you enjoyed that. A little bit of fun tonight. Just getting a few things done and dusted. Scorpion rocks up fashionably late, just as the stream's finishing. Nice to see you, mate. I'm going to have to start streaming later, aren't I? Keep you American guys happy. There we go. So, another practical episode. Got some planting done. Stressed out that grass is ready already. That's going to cause me some issues. But I wonder if we could take advantage of our newly learnt Courseplay and auto drive skills and give that a run for its money in the next episode or two. Try and get that, and we are well on the road to $1 million now, aren't we? 424,000. That's awesome. Let's just check classifieds again. You know, my nothing new since we last were in. Bigger trailer though, 60,000 litre trailer. Might need to upgrade to one of those in the future. We could buy the front. We've got the rear. We could buy the front now. Not that we need it. Not that we need it. So, there we go, guys. Thank you very, very much. It would take... Right, Keith. You're right. It would. It would. As soon as I said it, Fat Rat, I was like, somebody's going to pick up on that. I'm kind of disappointed it wasn't Argsy, because I know his mind's in the gutter most of the time. It all depends what tractor's there. That's the only explanation as to why you didn't say anything, Args. Yeah, if you could hit the like button on the way, thank you, Taz. All the likes support the channel and help me get found by other people. So if you think the content's good and you think other people should see it, smash the like button. What? Have we had no down votes tonight? Maybe he's crying into his sad old life, and he's forgotten I'm streaming. He'll be downvoting YouTube tomorrow because he didn't get the notification to downvote me. You think other people should see it? Whether it's good is questionable. Thanks, Args. That one hurt a little bit. See? Now we know it's Args. Guess what? The downvotes help as well. He might be on holiday. Yeah, but he's holidaying somewhere awful as well, and he's bitter about it. Right, folks. Thank you very, very much. It's been fun as always. Still grinning here. So thanks for watching. Keep an eye out for a few interesting things coming in the next few days. Got a nice map tour. I've got part 2 of the Silage trilogy coming. The Silage Strikes Back is part 2. And I will see you all again very soon. But we're back to kind of regular vids and stuff again now. Also, West Texas live stream on Saturday with me and Args. So looking forward to doing that as well. So take care. Have a good rest of your weeks. And I will see you all again very soon. Bye for now.